Well, hello, this is Kimberly Brock, and for over 20 years, I've been running my own businesses that have not only been profitable, but personally fulfilling to me. So now I'm on a mission to help other new business owners, just like you, make money doing what you love too. Now we're going to have some fun, so let's get started. Well, hello, this is Kimberly. It's episode 289, and I'm so glad you're here today. We're talking about the readiness myth. So many of you feel like you have to be totally ready before you start a business, before you start a podcast, or whatever it may be in your business or personal life. And I'm going to share with you some points that I believe are super important for you to realize that you're never going to feel ready. That's a spoiler alert about this podcast episode. You will never feel ready. But I'm going to give you 3 important points to remember about that and how you can get past it and actually move forward with your business. So many of you are holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back from a more fulfilling and passion-filled life, right? Because you maybe don't love your career, although some of you do love your career. I loved my career in technology sales. I know I'm crazy, but I actually really loved it. Some of you, though, just feel like there's another part of you that needs to be fulfilled, right? You want to create something special, all your own. You want to use your gifts and talents and all that. But you don't even realize you're actually holding yourself back because you keep saying, I just don't know if I'm totally ready yet. And I'm going to help you get past that. If you're that person that you know you've been saying that, or you've been saying it and you just kind of woke up today and went, yeah, I've actually been saying that and I didn't realize it. I'm going to talk you through this. I'm going to coach you through this today. 3 points that you're going to learn. And I'm so excited. I think you're going to be fired up and you're going to know today whether you should go ahead and pursue this or not. And I think that's what's awesome. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you found this podcast. I have no doubt it's going to help you along your business journey, whether you're in the idea stage, starting or growing, whether you're starting a podcast too. This episode and this podcast are built for you. Make sure you get your party favors. If you scroll down in the show notes right now, I have free tools that I know are going to help you. For example, my 16-step checklist for starting your business. If you haven't started your business yet or you're in the process now, get it. Print it out, put it on your desk. People tell me they love it. They work through everything. It's super simple and keeps you focused. I do have a free new masterclass that is going to help you if you're trying to grow your business so that you can stop flailing around and start growing. That's the name of it. By the way, stop flailing and start growing. So get that because I give you the 5-step simple strategy for how you're going to grow your business. And you're going to do this by confidently showing up and consistently generating sales. And you're wondering, how do I do that? I teach you the strategy. Okay. So make sure you get that free masterclass right now. If you're starting a podcast, I have a masterclass for you too. Yes, all sorts of goodies, too many to mention here on this episode, but scroll down in the show notes, get my free tools for that. If you've been listening a while, thank you so much to all my loyal listeners. All of your kind words, your messages of gratitude mean the world to me. And I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you for all the ratings and reviews. And speaking of that, if you have been listening to this podcast and you do find value in it, would you be so kind to hit the 5-star rating super quick, whether you're in Apple, Spotify, whatever it is? It really helps. I would think, I don't know. I don't know how they do the algorithms, but I can't help but think that when someone rates it, or if you write a written review, how much it just solidifies in the algorithm that this is a valuable podcast. So that would mean the world to me if you had 30 seconds to just write a review and let me know what you think of this podcast, or let others know, how you feel about the podcast, how it's helped you or inspired you or motivated you. That would mean so much to me, and I appreciate it so much. Okay, that's it. On to the episode. Hi, friends. How are you? How's everything going? How are you doing? How is your business? Maybe some of you are here today. You haven't started your business. So how's your business idea going? I know a lot of you too are thinking about starting a podcast, maybe a YouTube channel, or maybe it's just like a fitness regimen or anything in your life that you want to start. And hopefully this title of this episode and this episode here brought you to this place where you can realize that there is a myth out there that you have to feel totally ready to do anything. No, it's not true. You rarely feel totally ready when you are starting anything new. I mean, you may be mentally ready, but you may be going, it's the wrong time. I don't have time right now. You've got all these other things going on. I just can't think of a time when I thought, I'm 100% ready. Because even if you think it's the right time, the right place, and all that, part of you still doesn't want to do it. Like you're scared, or you just don't want to go through the pain. You don't want to go through new beginnings and being bad at something. And I've talked about this kind of stuff before on past episodes, if you've been listening to me a while. But just realize there is no point when you totally feel ready. And I want to talk about that. I want to dig in because this will make sense. After you listen to these things that I'm going to share with you, I think it's going to make sense that hopefully you say, she's right. I don't feel totally ready. And that's okay. And I can still pursue it. So I'm so happy you're here today. I think this is a good episode. I was thinking through to when I started my first business with a friend. I don't think I sat there and pondered, am I ready for this? I said, I'm pregnant with my first child. I have a full time career in technology sales, but I want to start this business with my friend and we're going to have a blast. I don't think I overthought it. Have you ever thought about that? Like in older days, right? In times when you were younger. Like I'm thinking this was what, 25 years ago? I didn't overthink some things. And sometimes when we're young, we don't think through things enough. Don't you agree? Especially if you have teenagers, you're like, you're not thinking this through, right? But I think that many of us, when we're younger, we just go for things. And I'm wondering now if that's why so many of my clients are in your 40s and 50s, because now we're wiser, right? And we know what it's like to fail and to make mistakes. So we're thinking this through. And we want to make sure that we are prepared and that we are lessening the risk, that we are doing something that's going to work, that has certainty. And I'll tell you this, you will never feel totally ready, and it's okay. Now, here's my one caveat. Okay, my one caveat, if you're looking to start a business, start a podcast, start a YouTube channel, something new in your life, one thing I want to add, and I think this is kind of a no-go. I do not think you should start a business if you literally don't have the time. So when I'm talking about everything in this episode, I'm assuming that you have time for this. Okay, because if I was talking to you one-on-one in a coaching session, you're like, I'm thinking about starting a business. Here's my great idea. But I've got a full-time job. I have 3 kids. I homeschool when I get home from work. I'm exhausted every day. Yeah, I don't really do much with my husband. And I am exhausted, but I've had this dream. I literally would tell you, I don't know if this is the right time for you. I don't think you have time for yourself. I don't think you have time for your marriage. I don't think you have time for your kids if you're trying to homeschool and you have a full-time job and then you want to start this business. So I would be very honest with you. And I want to be honest with all of you today that if you've been going back and forth, like, should I start this? Should I not? Let's just start with the first question. Do you actually have time for this? And again, I've talked about this, I think just in a recent episode, is that your business can be whatever you want and you can work on it if you have 2 hours on the weekend, if you have an hour a day during the week, whatever you can give it that isn't taking away from your personal life that is very important to you. If you can say that honestly, that this will not take away from my time, because I will get grocery delivery, I will have meals delivered, I will get my children to cook, I will do other things so that all this stuff doesn't fall through the cracks. If you can honestly say that you have time that you can squeeze in if you're creative so that you're not taking away time from your family and your loved ones and your personal life, then you can start your business. You really can. You can do it on the cheap. You can do it in a way where you invest a lot of money. I mean, you get to build this in your way. So let's go through kind of 3 points that I have written out here for you, because I think this will help guide you and help you see that it's okay, make you feel better make you actually feel ready, right? Instead of thinking, I'm not ready or am I ready? I need to be ready enough. I want you to realize that you actually are ready more than you realize. Again, assuming with that one caveat that you actually have time for this. So, number one is you will never be trained or schooled enough to feel 100% confident in your ability. I have not met one new small business owner that said, yes, I know everything there is to know. I feel totally confident in all my business skills from accounting to marketing to everything. I feel like I know what I'm doing 100%. And I've taken all the courses that I need. I've had all the coaching that I need, and I feel ready. You have to realize that no amount of endless coaching, endless courses, endless everything will have you totally ready. I think you can feel a little more confident, right, in your abilities and your business skills and all that. And that's great. And there may be some things that you need to know. So I would recommend that. You can even get them going as you are getting the business going too. But I always believe in some type of coaching or some type of help. I just want you to realize that you will never feel 100% prepared. You will never feel 100% prepared. You just won't because you don't even know what's coming. You don't know how your business is going to evolve. You don't know what all this means. And so there's just no way that you could be totally 100% ready. I think if we were all at our peak performance and we all were the most trained, coached, strategized business owner in the world, we would be the most amazing business owner in the world. And I don't think there is the most amazing business owner in the world. I think there are teams of people that guide businesses and make decisions to the best of their ability and build successful businesses. So, anyways, just realize that you'll never be schooled or trained enough. So right now if you're sitting here and you're like, "Okay, I want to start my podcast or I want to start my business or whatever it is, get help." And y'all know I'm available here for both of those, for your business and for your podcast. We can even do an hour of coaching, something to help you so that you are on the right track. And I have courses too that you can work through on your own right now and start binging everything and know what you need to know because that's my whole philosophy. I'm giving you the information you need to know right now. So we're not bogging you down with all these high end, complicated, advanced strategies that are not applicable to this stage of your business. They waste your time and energy and money. And I get so sad when I see new business owners, new podcasters get sucked into all kinds of stuff that really is not applicable to right now and getting this off the ground and growing. Okay. So you will never feel totally trained and ready. It's just like if you were about to begin a weight loss journey or something. You know, that's a hard moment when you're like, okay, I need to do this. Are you 100% ready? Probably not, because you just want to stick in your own ways. You just wish that the weight would come off by staying the way you've been, right? By living the life that you've been living. But you know you have to make a change and it's really hard. And you want to get educated, like what kind of plan, what could I do? I need to be mentally ready. You do, you need to be mentally ready. But you can overthink that whole beginning and get in your own head about it and never begin because you have told yourself, I'm actually not ready because I'm not smart enough. I don't know all the stuff. I'm not trained enough. I'm not skilled enough. I think you can do the basic things to be skilled enough and get going, okay? Because your skills are going to be a product, a byproduct, actually, a byproduct of you taking action. They will be a byproduct. You will gain business knowledge and skills more from doing and realizing, oh, I learned that, I learned that, and I learned that. Although you do want to start on the right foot and have some guidance in the beginning so you don't waste a lot of time going in the complete wrong direction and doing things you don't need to be doing and wasting time doing things the hard way, right? So that's number one. You'll never be schooled, trained, have enough certifications and all that stuff. You got to get moving. And when you do that, your skills, your advancement in your skills will be a byproduct of that action. Okay. Number two, you will never have the greatest version of your product or service ready if you wait and don't begin. So I want you to think about this for a minute. If you're starting a business and you want to create candles or soaps or something that you make, or maybe you have a service you want to offer, a course, or you want to do coaching, you will never have it at its very best. I don't know if you ever will. And that's hard to hear. You're like, what? I will never have it at my best? It's hard to say. I don't think any business owner I asked right now would say, is your product or service the best it could ever be? I think if everyone was honest, they would say, no, I don't think my stuff is the best it could ever be. It is the best that it can be right now based on all the knowledge that I have and the experience that I have with new business owners and new podcasters like you. Right? But is it the best it will ever be? How could it be? If I keep doing this for years more, I'm learning more. I've got even more data, but I have it at a point that I feel really good about it. And that's where you have to be, is that you feel like in the beginning, let me, rephrase that. I feel very happy about how mine are. But when you start your business, you have to realize that it has to just be good enough right now. It has to be good enough right now. Okay. You will not have the greatest version of your product or service ready. So a lot of you wait, you put off starting your business because you don't think it's good enough. And here's what I love to tell you is that anything that you create that is better than what a newbie would do or what, someone who needs your product or service would feel, they would feel like whatever you're offering is great. They don't know the vision that you have for your product or service. Nobody knows it. Only you do. But whatever you are offering, if it can actually help people, is going to be useful and worthy to the people who would benefit from it, right? There's like me. I don't know if I'm explaining this well enough, but like anything you provide them is usually going to be better than where they are right now. You know? I mean, think about it. Like when I started business coaching, I didn't feel like I was the smartest business coach in the world because I had never coached people. I just had all my experience running my own businesses, right? And I knew that my coaching was not at the best it was ever going to be. But I said it's going to be good enough for somebody who is brand new to business, has no business skills, and just wants to turn their passion or their skills or their God-given gifts or their talents into a business. I can help them with that. So it was good enough. What I offered in the beginning was good enough. And then my business evolved and I, help y'all with starting your business and then growing your business, your strategy for that, a very simple strategy. I help y'all with starting a podcast, right? So look how it's evolved. Look how it's evolved. So that's what's going to happen to you. If you have a product that you make or create, it's going to start one way and it's got to start at good enough because it is not going to be the best version. And a lot of you stall and take forever and delay your success and delay beginning this dream because you're frustrated that it's not the best that it will ever be. And you are going to have to realize right now, today, it is not going to be the best that it will ever be. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with that, okay? Because it will get better as a byproduct of you taking action in your business. So again, number one, we said, you're never going to be trained and skilled enough in business. You're just not. Before you start, you got to just start. And your skills and knowledge and strategic vision and all of that will be a byproduct of you taking action. And then we said number two, your product or service or program or coaching or whatever you're offering or your podcast is not going to be the best version of what it's ever going to be. But its value, its effectiveness will increase over time as a byproduct of you taking action, right? Y'all seeing the theme here? And here's number three. You will never have 100% certainty of success with your business. And this one's a hard one because we want to know that when we start something, we're going to have success. Like if we start a new diet plan, I was talking about weight loss, or if you start a new running, regimen where you want to run a marathon, we do not have certainty that, you will succeed, that you will lose weight, or that you will not get injured and, won't be able to run. Like, your business has no guarantee that it's going to succeed. It's just like in life, we have no guarantee of tomorrow, right? So you have to be okay with that. If you want to start a business, you have to be okay with uncertainty because that's where it's at, and you have to learn how to pivot and adjust. But what helps you is, after time helping people and offering your product or service, you can see the clouds clear and you feel a little more confident and more certain about your future right now when you've taken action. So again, you will gain a little more certainty. You'll never have it 100%, but you will gain a little more certainty and confidence as a byproduct of taking action and actually pursuing your dream, whatever it is. Okay? You will gain that confidence, that clarity, that certainty. Again, you'll never be 100% certain. I don't ever want to say that because you won't. But it's all a byproduct of you actually taking action in this. Okay? So realize, in your business, your podcast, your YouTube channel, whatever it is that you're starting right now, or maybe it's something new in life personally, that readiness is not required to be successful, and it's not needed. The only thing that I think you need to have, like for sure, is time to work on this. Because if you don't have time, then you don't need to be doing this right now, but you need to have time. Okay? And if you have the time, then I think you should pursue it. If you have 2 hours on every weekend, if you have an hour a day, like I said, 5 days a week, if you have 3 hours here and there that you can work on it, and that's your time to work on your business, then great. But know now, like, go ahead and be okay with this. Accept these things, that you'll never be schooled or trained enough. You'll never be a business scholar before you start your business. You're going to get smarter and smarter as a byproduct of doing. Number two, you'll never have the greatest product, services, program, course, anything, podcast, YouTube channel, nothing in the beginning. You're going to have to be okay with that. But you will get more proficient. You will get better and better. Your product or service will be even more valued as a byproduct of you taking action and actually doing this. And number three, you will never have total certainty, total confidence in what you're doing. I think if every business owner is honest, you always have room to be more confident in what you're doing, and not in a fake way, but in an actual way, because you've got a proven track record, right? You're never going to have that. But after taking action and doing and helping people and serving people, as a byproduct, you gain more confidence. You can see the future of your business. You can have more certainty about what you're doing. And it's just such a relief. Realize today, you will never feel 100% ready as long as you have the time to do this and the drive to help the people that you're meant to serve. If you really have that yearning, then I think the sky is the limit for you. Forget about being ready. But what you need to remember is that I have to have things good enough, and I have to just get going now so that I can gain all those skills and everything that I need to feel really good about my decision to start a business or a podcast or whatever it is in your life, right? So that's it. I just wanted you to realize that I think this is a myth, that nobody feels ready. And it's funny too, because I'm running ads to my 16-step checklist right now. And I say, are you ready to start a business? And I'm asking people if they're ready. And everyone's probably going, no, I don't feel ready. But I think people do say that. They're like, I'm ready for something different in my life. I think a lot of you are just ready for more fulfillment, more meaning, right, in your life, and to have a career, even if it's just a little part-time career. You want to have a career that fills your soul and fits your life, right? And that's what I'm here to help you do. So always know that I'm here. You can reach out. I've got courses and I've got one-on-one coaching to guide you as you either start your business or start your podcast. And if you're ready to grow your business, I've got a course in there, my Grow Getters course, that will massively help you and give you clear direction for how you're going to confidently show up and consistently generate sales. So that's it. Y'all have a great day. Remember, you're never going to feel ready. That's just a myth. You're just going to get moving because you have a dream. Okay, that's it. Until next time, bye now. Now, this episode may be over, but our relationship does not have to end here. Head on over to KimberlyBrock.com, and yes, you can get more valuable information for your journey. And you know what? You don't need to go through this alone. I would love to help you. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye.